and keep the economy going. Again, the lower interest rates go, the higher gold prices go. The geopolitical uncertainty is another reason driving it up. Gold prices have gone down somewhat, over $200 from their high, but they're still way up there. And we believe they're going to stay up. And again, the wild cards keep being dealt. Now let's go back to another thing Trump said a couple of months ago. We're going to go into Fort Knox and find out where that gold, how much gold we got in there. Remember he said that? Him and Musk?
In today's news recap, gold storms back as Chinese demand roars in. The dragon's bid is back. Gold's bounce back to $3,300 isn't just another dead cat rally. It's a statement, and once again, China's in the driver's seat. After flirting with the psychological floor just above $3,100 last week, gold has roared back to where it closed April. But this time, it's not Western hedgers or ETF flows leading the charge. It's a familiar heavyweight, Chinese onshore demand. According to Goldman's flow tracker, Shanghai's night session has come alive, triggering a classic COMEX sympathy bid. Open interest on SHFE is back at all-time highs, with gold and silver both seeing a sharp jump, plus 3% and plus 4% respectively. That kind of synchronized positioning doesn't happen by accident. More telling is the resilience of domestic Chinese traders. Despite the 8% drawdown from the recent peak, they held their fire, refusing to dump positions. That's not momentum chasing, that's conviction. And when the SGE/LBMA-RB lit up, global buying interest reignited. Chinese physical imports, ex-PBoC, also just clocked in at a one-year high for April. That's impressive given gold's elevated nominal levels. It means the physical premium on the Shanghai Gold Exchange, SGE, isn't just holding up, it's punching through resistance. And the market setup is clean, ex-China hedge fund positioning is light, and CFTC data shows specs are flat, not leaning long. That makes the skew look dirt cheap. 6-month 25 delta risk reversals are trading around 2.25V with 6-month implied vols near 19.5%. I think you want to own that optionality. Vol should outperform if we break new highs, and the Vanna tailwind is real. Bottom line, this isn't just a bounce. This is a reset. The physical bid from China, the clean slate in Western positioning, and the quietly persistent vol buyers all suggest one thing. The gold bull isn't dead. It was just consolidating. And the dragon just hit the buy button again. Now we'll show you the best clips of the latest interview. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss out our daily recaps. And check goldsilverstacks.com to get your Stacker's Handbook, the ultimate guide to stack gold and silver, packed with strategies to trade the gold-silver ratio and get more ounces and build wealth over time, so you don't have to rely on market commentators to make your investment decisions. Enjoy the episode.
Morgan Chase just came out with an article a few days ago about the dollar declining another 20%. Much of the world has had enough of the United States geopolitical and socioeconomic hegemony. Again, go back to the Trump administration. Look at the debt level going way back up again. Need more money to cover the debt. When you look at the real debt, it's not $37 trillion. It's more like $220 trillion. When you put in Social Security and all the other money the government owes out. There's no way they're going to be able to pay this off. Let's go back to the dollar. The deeper the dollar falls, the higher gold prices go. It's as simple as that. You're looking, and now the dollar's going down. Number two, they came out with the consumer price index numbers this week. The CPI was lower than expected at 2.3%. Trump is going to do everything he can to keep the economy strong. The way the economy stays strong is with lower interest rates. End of story. Again, they pumped up, he was the guy that pumped up the economy when he locked it down, when he called a state of emergency on March 11th, 2020 to fight the COVID war. Interest rates went down to zero, and they pumped in trillions of dollars of fake money under him and Biden. And other people around the world did the same thing. So let's go back to gold. Trump is going to do everything he can to keep interest rates low. And if anybody believes that he can't do it, let's go back to the facts. Let's go back to 2018 when he was president. The Dow had its worst December since the Great Depression. What did he do? He forced Jerome Powell, the Fed head, to lower interest rates. They lowered them in January 2019. Markets went up some 22% at Dow that next year. He'll do everything he can to lower interest rates and keep the economy going. Again, the lower interest rates go, the higher gold prices go. The geopolitical uncertainty is another reason driving it up. Gold prices have gone down somewhat, over $200 from their high, but they're still way up there. And we believe they're going to stay up. And again, the wild cards keep being dealt. Now let's go back to another thing Trump said a couple of months ago. We're going to go into Fort Knox and find out where that gold, how much gold we got in there. Remember he said that? Him and Musk? How come they're not in there? And number two, they know what's in there. They know. That's more the presidential reality show. Of course he knows what's in there. He's the president.
In today's news recap, silver eyes $33.23 breakout as triangle pattern signals a volatile move. Silver is trading sideways at $32.35 in a tightening symmetrical triangle that has everyone waiting for a breakout. Gold had its worst week since November as risk appetite surged following a temporary U.S.-China trade truce. The U.S. dollar index fell 0.3% on Monday, making dollar-denominated precious metals more attractive to international buyers. Sentiment changed after Moody's downgraded the U.S. sovereign credit rating by one notch, citing rising debt risks. That downgrade, combined with a return to risk-off trading, has added some shine back to gold, said Tim Waterer, chief market analyst at KCM Trade. But the real wild card is Donald Trump's tariff threats. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed the administration will impose duties on countries that don't engage in good faith trade negotiations. That has rekindled fears of another round of global uncertainty and a potential tailwind for safe haven assets like gold and silver. Now we'll show you the best clips of the latest interview, but first, smash the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and check our new Numismatics Handbook. Most stackers want to get active, but swapping their metals for dollars isn't an option. There's plenty of opportunities in the overlooked numismatics world. Mastering U.S. coins, key dates, and errors pays off by multiplying your ounces and capitalizing where others aren't paying attention.
Wrapping up all the gold coins. I said, Grandpa, he said, Pop, what are you doing with that? He said, the president wants us, Franklin Roosevelt wants us to bring the gold back to America, and I'm a true American, and I'm bringing the gold to the president. And my father said, what are you, crazy? Don't do that. And he said, your grandfather started cursing at me in Italian. He turned in all the gold. They forced the people to turn in the gold. Now I'm going back to Trump now. After they stole the people's gold, gave them $20.67 an ounce, the next year they passed the Gold Reserve Act. Hey, we just changed the price of gold. They increased the price of gold by 70%. So let's go to Trump. I mentioned the debt we have. There's no way in the world they're going to pay it off. But Trump will say, we went into Fort Knox, it's packed with gold, and we're going to raise the price of gold. It's time to raise the price of gold. And if they raise it another 70%, it wipes out the debt level. They did it before during the Great Depression, and they'll do it again as I see it. So that's another wild card that could be played. The gambler gang that people call the equity markets. And by the way, again, it's total. You mentioned that Nothing positive about gold prices spiking. Not an article in any of by the prostitute media. Prostitutes are media whores that get paid to put out by their corporate pimps and government whoremasters. Matter of fact, if you put my name in Wikipedia, I'm the guy that came up with the word prostitutes years ago. Not a word about the positive elements of why gold is going up and how high the prices have gone. Not a word, 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 because gold is expressing the fear that people feel. And they don't want that. They want you to believe in government crap. And BBC, they're owned by the government. I mean, you know that. Again, where the BBC's articles about the genocide being committed. Oh, yeah, you anti-Semite. How dare you say that? Yeah, all right. That's the BBC. BB crap. And going back to us, we see gold. Again, the Chinese are buying it up like crazy. And they realize how troubled their economy is since they locked down the place for 3 years with zero COVID policy, destroyed the lives and livelihoods of hundreds of millions, and they have a real estate bust. And 30% of China's GDP is real estate related. According to the numbers, some 60 to 90 million empty apartment buildings in China. So, go back again, but China's going to take the lead in AI. So going back to the equity markets in gold, we see a dot-com bust coming. They way overinvested in NVIDIA and all these other first high-tech. Trends are born, they grow, they mature, reach old age, and die. The AI trend was only born in 2022. It's only 3 years old. You don't invest all your money in the firstborn. And then we saw what happened in late January that's out of the news. Oh, a DeepSeek? Oh, the Chinese company that says, no, we don't need all those big chips. Oh, and by the way, we could do this, cost you $100 million to build your AI. We did it for $6 million.
What's your take on Celente's new outlook? Do you think $3,000 gold is realistic this month, or are there more hurdles ahead? Will central banks continue to gobble up all the gold? It's funny that Gerald Celente has shifted his forecast after being bearish for like 2 weeks, becoming bullish on gold as he sees current market conditions driving prices higher. Share your thoughts and price predictions in the comments. Let's see how this plays out in the coming weeks. Now, watch this video right here because it's a perfect fit for you, and I'll see you on the other side.